Morning, all. Welcome to a channel first. I don't think I've ever done this before. I'm going to talk about the games between Sunday and Wednesday because we're going to be down in California and there isn't really a busy day. So we'll start off with today's games. We have an LA St. Louis game starting in St. Louis. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. I will be watching and reviewing that game. The first meeting, November 18th, LA won 5-1. The third and final meeting will be March the 13th. So for LA, their record has not been good lately. 2 wins in 15 games. For St. Louis, they're coming off of a highly successful road trip. So, I mean, should St. Louis win? Yes. Will they? We'll see. 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. I will not be home for that one. We'll be gone before that. So, going on vacation and all that. But I will talk about that game at some point. We'll get something on the channel with that game. Columbus and Seattle. January 13th, Seattle won that meeting 7-4 in Columbus, and with the way Columbus is playing right now, we'll see whether or not they can hold that lead. If they get that lead going into the third, they probably will because it seems to be their thing. Monday, there's just one game in the NHL. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, Nashville and Ottawa. This is the first of two meetings. They'll meet again in Nashville on February the 27th. So again, I won't be watching that game per se, but I will be filming and uploading a video to the channel once that game's done because we're going to be at Disneyland. I'm going to be hanging out in the park. But I absolutely will discuss that game, and I will be posting a review of that. It obviously won't be the in-depth type reviews that I've been doing while at home. Because I tried it on holiday last year, and it was honestly a complete nightmare. Tuesday, there are two games on Tuesday in the National Hockey League. One starting at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, and one starting at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, because why not 7:30 start? So 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, we got the Columbus Blue Jackets and the St. Louis Blues. Columbus won this matchup 5-2 on December the 8th. So for Columbus, they go from Seattle on Sunday to St. Louis on Tuesday. For the Blues, of course, they're hosting LA and then they're hosting Columbus. These are winnable games for St. Louis going into the break. But yeah, so we'll see how that one turns out. For Seattle, after being at home against Columbus, they then go into San Jose. Seattle won the first meeting between these teams on November 22nd by a score of 7-1, so it was not close. These teams will meet again April 1st and April the 11th. So in the event that Seattle's able to put together a record that puts them into a potential playoff spot around April, two games against San Jose could come in really handy. And then Wednesday, the last day before the All-Star break, there are three games that night, starting at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, Ottawa and Detroit. I do find the scheduling odd that Detroit played yesterday, and then they don't play again until Wednesday, and then they have the break. So, at any rate, I'm sure that'll work for the Detroit players. They just have the one game, and it's against Ottawa, who will be coming off of a game against Nashville. Now, this matchup, they've met twice. They've split the first two meetings. On October 21st, it was a 5-2 win for Detroit. On November 16th, it was a 5-4 overtime win for Ottawa. Things have changed a bit since November 16th, though. December 9th, it was a 5-1 win for Ottawa. So I even missed them on writing there. Here we go. Anyways, but yeah, so Ottawa has a chance to win the season series. Detroit has a chance to tie the season series. But if they do win the game on Wednesday, then they're 2-1-1. So that way, they both either tie or win the season series. That way everybody's happy. And if Detroit wins in overtime, they both win the season series. So that's how Canadian the NHL is. We want you both to win, eh? All right, so we'll see how that one goes. 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. The LA Kings coming off that game against St. Louis. They'll be in Nashville. These are both not easy games for a team playing the way that LA's been playing. And for Nashville, they'll be coming off that game against Ottawa on Monday. So Nashville won this first matchup January 18th by a score of 2-1. These teams will meet again on February the 22nd. And then finally, at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific, I will be at this game. So the number of games I'm missing due to vacation is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not too shabby considering I'm going to be gone for about a week. San Jose and Anaheim should be a fun one. They've split the first two meetings. Anaheim won November 14th, 4-1. January 20th, it was a 5-3 win for San Jose. These teams will meet again on February 29th because it's a leap year. So they have a February 29th this year. They didn't just invent it. It's not one of those things that they've added a day to the year just to make sure we get our money's worth out of it. But there you go. So let me know in the comment section below your winners for these games. And this will take us right into the All-Star break. I just didn't feel like there was any point in me taking along a tiny board and doing tiny previews every morning. So I will be doing news videos though. Stay tuned for those. And of course, I have a ton of content that will be going live while we are on holiday. You saw the first two videos yesterday in the all-time power rankings. I don't know how else to title them without it sounding really awkward. It has to say all-time, because otherwise it's going to say power ranking from 2017-18 through 2023-2024, and even then I'd have to specify the week, because otherwise those videos are going to age really badly. So you'd be, what's he talking about? This team was terrible by the end of the year. So yeah, it has to be it just had to be all time. But there you go. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. For people who are going to see us when we down to California, can't wait to see you guys. Of course, we have a street hockey meetup that's been posted on the community. It's also posted on the Hockey Guy Facebook page. And Yvonne and I will be doing a video talking about that today as well. So keep your eyes peeled. Thank you guys again for all your support. If you haven't already hit like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. But if you don't, I get it. Thanks again for your support. I'll talk to you again soon enough.